What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. You are in for a treat. Something massive just dropped, and I got you covered. We also got Fidelity and ARK scooping up nearly 200 million in Bitcoin. Ripple raising $500 million with Citadel in the mix. SBI launching a full XRP treasury business, and now Bank of America, yes, the Bank of America, literally confirms that they are integrating crypto and blockchain into their operations. Do you really think this is random? This is the moment the legacy banking system plugs into Ripple's rails. And if you understand what that means for XRP, you already know where this is going. Without further ado, folks, let's jump into it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up if you want to support the channel for free. And if you don't want to support it for free, go hit that join button down below. For $5 per month, you go ad free. Sounds like a win-win to me. Let's look at the prices. Bitcoin, $102,793. ETH coming in at $3,376. And XRP, yeah, buddy, I guess, $2.28. You know what? It just doesn't cut it for me. It is not high enough. It is not good enough. So we continue to diamond hand. Then we get this. Everyone keeps screaming bear market. Let me ask you a question. If that's true, and we are in a bear market, then why are Fidelity and ARK investing quietly, buying almost $200 million worth of Bitcoin? Institutions don't buy bottoms by accident. They know liquidity cycles. They know when the Fed's about to flip the switch. And if they're moving into Bitcoin now, that is your signal that the smart money rotation into crypto, it has already started. Retail still crying down only. Meanwhile, Wall Street's getting positioned for what comes next. And spoiler alert, it's not meme coins they're buying next. It's infrastructure tokens like XRP. And folks, if you don't have your one-on-one call booked with me, I don't know what you're doing. You need to get it booked. You need to make sure you got a plan in motion. You need to make sure you have everything structured correctly for your crypto. Make sure your LLC S Corp, without a business entity you are looking to do, set up, create. It needs to be set up properly. You need to get this call booked. I'm telling you, the best investment is an investment in yourself. And we move over to this. Actually, I want to go back to this for a second because a lot of people are sleeping on this. So we know Ripple revealed a $500 million investment deal led by Fortress and Citadel Securities. On the live stream last night, we talked about Citadel because most of you don't actually know who they are or what they do. You probably never heard that name. Citadel isn't just another investor here. They are one of the most powerful trading firms on the planet. They engine behind 70 billion in daily market volume. 70 billion in daily volume, everyone. They execute nearly 40% of all retail trades in the United States. We're talking for the NASDAQ. They run liquidity pools for global markets. So ask yourself, why is Citadel investing in Ripple? Could it be because they see what's coming? Because they understand the tokenization of everything? Stocks, bonds, treasuries, currencies, that it's all moving onto blockchain rails? And Ripple Prime is that infrastructure? Now I want you to tell me if that's not bullish. What gets us over to this? Let's listen to this clip.
Around. And then there's like the retail that was around in 2021. I would say for the most part, the retail that was around in 2021 still isn't really doing much with crypto. I've probably talked, I don't even know how many people I've talked to in person. When I go walk around, people be like, oh, you're in crypto. They're mostly out of the market. And the only asset that they hold is XRP. Randomly, out of probably 1,000 people I'll talk to, always. Retail is like, always. That's the only thing they hold.
That's right. Look, in 2017, retail quietly stacking Bitcoin before the big breakout. No one paid attention until it went parabolic. Now it's 2025, but we have the same energy, the same disbelief, except this time, retail's only holding one asset, and that asset's XRP. The institution's already circling. They're not buying hype. They are buying the new financial rails. And by the time the crowd wakes up, everyone, that train, it's already gone. Don't be left behind again. And then Brad Garlinghouse at Swell, he states that Ripple is in the lead to be the blockchain infrastructure provider, period. Those are Brad's words. No hedging, no hypotheticals here. That is a CEO speaking from position, not ambition. Ripple's not trying just to be a player in the system. I hope you understand that at this point. They are rebuilding the system themselves. They are going to run the system. And they've got the banks, they got the brokers, and they have the billionaires behind them to prove it. Listen up.
So like Ripple aspires, and I think we are clearly in the lead to be the blockchain infrastructure company, period. For the enterprise, for financial institutions. We started with payments, cross-border payments particularly, and that's still core to our strategy, driving the velocity, driving the liquidity, driving the utility of XRP. We moved into custody, and that was an acquisition we made 2.5 years ago, a company based in Switzerland that really it continues to be the leading custody infrastructure for tier 1 banks, HSBC, BBVA, SocGen. We will continue to invest in that. And the announcement yesterday of a company called Palisade gives us more capabilities in that space to go beyond just kind of that tier 1 bank customer set. But we truly believe in one of the assets that I'm most excited about. We just announced G Treasury. Renat, the CEO, I believe, is here. He an outstanding entrepreneur. These guys are the dashboard for the CFOs of over 1,000 companies, and they see trillions of dollars of payments. They're that orchestration layer enabling that. They see hundreds of billions of dollars of deposits that are dormant and could be perhaps more useful if in a tokenized form like, let's say RLUSD.
All right, let's cut it there and let's move over to this. Bitcoin maxis, Laura Shin, losing their mind again. She's like, Ripple isn't worth anything outside of its XRP holdings. No one uses their tech. Really? Then why did they just raise $500 million from Fortress, Citadel, Pantera Galaxy, and Brave and Howard? You think that these firms are really throwing $500 million into something with no use? Come on. These are the same people who funded Coinbase, Robinhood, and even OpenAI. They don't gamble. They front run the ships. And right now, they're front running Ripple's takeover of institutional finance. These people are just so mad because Ripple is winning and XRP is winning right alongside. And then this is where it gets insane. SBI Holdings just dropped their latest financial report, and they've invested over $200 million into Evernorth, a US company built completely around the XRP treasury business. Obviously, it's backed by Ripple. Larson's involved in this, major institutional investors, and they've raised over $1 billion in XRP. Here's their playbook for Evernorth if you don't know. Lend XRP to institutions for yield, use DeFi for liquidity and capital efficiency, and then run XRP ledger validators to help secure the network. This isn't speculation, folks. It's infrastructure. XRP isn't just for payments anymore. It is becoming a corporate grade treasury asset. But then we get to this, the fireworks, the main event, November 5th, 2025, Bank of America. Bank of America's internal presentation reveals their plans to use crypto assets and blockchain technology across the entire organization. The slides literally say, leverage new technologies across every aspect of our business. They talk about the tokenization of assets. They didn't say exploring. They said leveraging, which means they are done with testing. They are now officially integrating. And guess who Bank of America has been partnered with for quite some time? If you guessed Ripple, you guessed right. Remember those 80-something plus patents we got out there from Bank of America showing you that they're going to use the XRP ledger with RLUSD and with XRP? This is the partnership that has been whispered about for years. Ripple has actually messaged people, DM people, to not talk about this in the past, to remove it because they were not ready. Well, we see it now. MasterCard, they're done testing. They're ready to go. Ripple's bringing the rails. Bank of America, they're bringing the scale. Together, they're going to move money the way that the internet moves data instantly. And when you look at everything from Citadel to SBI, XRP's treasury, from Fidelity's accumulation, from BOA's blockchain integration, it is all converging into one undeniable truth. And that is the global financial system is being rebuilt on top of the XRP ledger. Folks, this isn't hype anymore. This is all confirmation. The world's biggest players are positioning for the new financial architecture, and they've all chosen the same exact foundation. Ripple. Bank of America just confirmed what insiders already knew. The rails, they're being laid. The money, it's moving quietly. And XRP, as Brad confirmed yesterday, it is at the center of it all. History won't remember who believed. It's going to remember who was positioned. And those holding XRP right now, you're not early anymore. You are ahead of the game. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll see all y'all on the next one.